Alrighty. We just managed to finish this. It's about to hit day 5 proper here. Okay. I wasn't trying to improve that, but oh well. We got one part of this Trilodone. We got the outside corner down to bedrock. We are nearly to the next level. There's actually no reason not to have that mod in all the time. And it is morning. At which point we're just going to keep digging. Like, no joke. Oh, sorry, I lied. First of all, I want to deal with whatever zombie or zombies are out there. Well, that leveled us up, so let's get another point in Miner 69er. And we can improve our tools. This is the only bit of not making iron tools, right? You can easily improve them here. So like with this iron tool, for example, right? Let's see. We were doing 30 per swing, right? Or 30, because it's doing 30 now because we just improved it, that's right. The Miner 69er block. 30 versus 31. Not much of an improvement, but hey, it's something, right? And there's a higher max durability. We got our new shovel, minor improvements, and bigger difference is just the quality upgrade. If we were to remove the structural brace mod here and slap it here, how much damage do we do? 33. So this makes it about 15, 16 swings now instead of 19. So that's nice. I'm going to try leaving out the structural brace for now, given how much mining we're doing. It's probably okay. Jumped over. We can turn this off though. Oh, it hasn't finished smelting. Okay. Hey, no objections here. I'm gonna eventually want sand to put in there. Right now we're trying to get up to more stone, so let's focus on that. So we're gonna do what we just did, but over here. We have enough cobblestone for 40 blocks, which should be sufficient. Didn't mean to hit that, not a big deal. Obviously, if we had one more mod we could slap in here, we'd be doing 34, which would mean we would take 15 hits instead of 16 hits. Yeah, we're down to 16 hits instead of 20 hits as we were before, or 19 with the mod. So this is improving our mining speed up by a significant amount. Depending on how much XP we can get from doing the stone crafting, maybe it'll even be worth pushing up to a 5 out of 5 Miner 69er, honestly. The stuff for the forge just doesn't really matter too much, unfortunately, until we can make decent firearms. And I don't know if we'll be leading good firearm parts or whatever until we're higher level, so maybe we do just keep maxing strength until we get that. Or plus 28, so yes, this is just going to be digging for a while. As I mentioned, my friend says I play whole digging simulator. Getting the basement stuff set up, because it's like, what am I going to do during the day? Run around and loot the houses? I'd rather make sure I have better clubs and have farm stuff rolling and all that kind of good stuff. So we level up in here while we're safe, doing projects we're going to do anyway. And then hopefully another day, because we have to get ready, of course, for the horde as well as part of the big concern. With better tools, we can build a better base. For a better tomorrow. How close are we to? We're at about 5,000 stone now, so. And again, that should give us a very large amount of XP. Which I guess gives us motherload to start. We'll literally get probably an entire level into a quarter or something from crafting our first thing there. Yeah, we're good here. We're at the, looks like the southeast corner. Southwest corner. And again, we meant that that's the whole point of the Art of Volume 5, which seems to basically be big experience bonus if you mine a lot, which was kind of thematic, even if I'm not sure it's an intended thing. Now, if those stacks of stone stacked up to like 20 or something, so you could fit 20 stacks of stone in one space, that seems a lot more interesting. But 5 instead of 1, and you have to open up the stacks, take time doing that. Call me underwhelmed. Makes you wonder if we would have gotten enough stone if we hadn't run into the tin vein before. Probably not. I think we have like 3 more blocks to go after this, maybe. No, I think it's more like 5 more blocks to go. One more to go after this. Can you feel the tension in the air? It's almost palpable. Here we go. Thought we knew Art of Volume Mining 5. Did we not know that? Have I been doing this whole time and I didn't know it? Oh no, we only... Never mind. This whole time I thought we had it for some reason, and apparently we don't. Maybe I got it in one of the other games. Oh, wow. Maybe it happened in the second try that ended with that boar on day 2. Well, cruel ironies of ironies. Again, it doesn't really even change the fact of what we're doing here, so... Let's see, what do I want to do? Food, right. It's probably worth, and how we're doing on water. We can drink the water, we can eat the food. Almost out of red tea. We're gonna finish this corner here at least. So next point goes into, we have Sextron Source and more minor 69er stuff coming up. Better clubs. Oh well, that is funny. Like I thought I had it this whole time, but I did not. Alright, so we're going to be mining. This is the rate at which we're mining. And it's like, yes, I could go look for a mod, another mod for the stone axe, but I mean, searching all of these houses, who's to know when I'll actually find something worthwhile, you know? This here. The good news is the stone axe swings fast enough that having, you know, needing an extra swing is not a big deal. You compare that sometimes when it's like you have a steel pickaxe which used to have, you know, like a 2-second swing timer or something. And you know, if you do 249 damage and you need a third swing, well, that's a huge difference between needing 2 swings versus 3 swings, right? It's a 50% improvement in mining speed, basically. Except then in like Alpha 14, maybe, it was actually optimal to do... the amount of damage you did on the swing is what determined how much resources you got. And I think there was a finishing bonus, which you still get here. But... what this meant is that if you did a steel pickaxe and you did 200 damage per hit, and it had like and the block had 400 health, right? And let's say you got 100 per swing, you get 100 for the first swing, 100 for the second swing, and a 50 bonus overall, which means you'd get, you know, for finishing, which gives you 250. But if you could do like 399 damage to the block instead, you'd get, you know, instead of 100, you'd get like 199 for the first swing, then another 199 for the second swing, even though there's only one durability left on the block. And you'd get that bonus of 50. So for the same 2 swings, you'd get more like, what would that be, 448 instead of 250? And then if you one-shot it, it's, you know, less effective at that point. I think that was another problem. If you one-shot it, you didn't get the finishing bonus. That's what it was. Things were all sorts of interesting back then. And this wasn't the behavior in Alpha 13 either. I think they did this when they had better quality tools to get more out of each thing. So if you used a iron pickaxe, you literally got more iron, for example, out of the thing. You know, let's say you got 30 iron with a stone axe, 40 iron with an iron axe, and like 50 or 60 iron with a steel axe. So there's a strong incentive to upgrade your tools because it yielded more per node. It wasn't just a matter of speeding it up. And of course here, it barely speeds it up and you don't get more, which means until you get to steel tools, maybe it feels like you might as well just use stone equipment. Very flexible, easy to repair. Lots of upsides. And we're going to finish putting out parts of the base today. Once we get another point in miner 69er, we're also going to be mining iron, because we'll need iron for our horde base, which we have basically 3 days to prepare for. Probably just going to make like a 5x5 block of cobblestone, with iron bars around the outside, and even if I only use it mainly for the first week, I can use this as a hidey hole if things ever go wrong to run over there. So I'm going to put it fairly close to the main base. The whole point is it's a temporary reprieve if needed. We're almost down to bedrock. I think one more to go here. I want to be as far southwest as we can to get the proper corner block. More lead mining down here. This plus brass will mean we'll easily have enough access to bullets later on. We only have 2 points in mother lode still, right? So we'll get even more out of these veins once we put more points into mother lode. And then this is bedrock. Okay, so we want to be going as far southwest as we can. So down here, that should be the corner there. What level are we now? Level 12. See, look at how much faster our levels became once we got a few levels under our feet. And again, if you're wondering why not just start off mining, well, you need enough food, right, for us to be able to do this. If we didn't have if food means having to explore houses, which usually means needing to fight zombies, and fighting zombies with level 1 clubs or whatever would have gone poorly. Obviously, sneak arrows are effective if you can get them. But this is basically why we didn't go mining from the get-go. Is this actually going to work? I guess so. Okay. How are we doing on water, though? Wish there's an easier way to tell. We're at 91. Okay. Oh, and a fun thing. A solo game I started just to check out some of the stats. I dug down, and then I couldn't jump back out. I discovered if your stamina is lower, I don't know exactly what point, you can no longer, it like reduces the height that you can jump. So I was literally stuck at the bottom here. I was not able to, as they call it, nerd pull out. Though if we couldn't nerd pull out, we just, alternate these shapes and get out that way anyway. So this is not a nerd pull reliant strategy. We can just jump our way out normally enough. I have 141 cobblestone. There we go. 2 corners done. Okay, so we have 91 cobblestone and 110. We have plenty of wood. We need more cobblestone. So I might as well get at least a little bit of this. With a 40% increase, right, we're getting... So that would have been like 22 before or something? I'm not quite sure. We will need to dig outside, so let's just go do the digging outside. And up here, how are we looking? Well, we still have room to smelt more in there, so by all means. No packs of wolves waiting for us, right? Excellent. Alright. So we were able to 3-shot this clay now, so that's good. We're going to flatten these frames out, this area out later on, probably make a cobblestone floor to be able to put stuff on. And by stuff on, I mean spikes. So normally I might just keep digging the whole time. If you're like, why not just finish digging now? Why are you doing this? It's because if you level up, I will get more clay from digging the remaining stuff. Alright, so that's helpful. As soon as we can get that next minor 69er perk, that's very helpful. Well, not minor 69er, mother load. Even if they're like over 10%, like what is it, a 12% increase in gathering rate or something? Almost there. Will this do it? One more. There we go. Alright, we got another point in mother load. Which is good because we're nearly out of cobblestone. So we need more clay, and we'll need more wood. Those are the two things that we're going to need. So first of all, let's clear this out of the way. Makes you wish you had like a lawnmower to just run over this with. Front's done, right? So we don't need to worry more about that. Now we're getting 35 with a 60% bonus. So if we got 25 before, a 60% bonus would be plus 15, right? So we're not getting that, so it had to be like 20. If it was 22, then it'd be a 2.2 bonus. 60% of that would be 13.2, which puts us at 35. So I guess the baseline for clay is about 22 per digging, which is an interesting number, but I mean, okay, sure, why not? I am going to invest again at the next point of clubs and sexual Tyrannosaurus before I keep improving the tools, just because I don't know if we're going to need to fight stuff. Wait a second. What did I do? I could have put more points in minor 69er already. Wow, what a... I thought it was the 135, I guess 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, but it's not. It's like 1, so it's 7, 5, 3, 2, 1, I guess. I could be at rank 5 tools like right now, basically, next level up. I just realized this. I guess I was so used to, wow. Wow. Wow, I can't believe that. Yeah, so which means you get quality 5 tools. You don't get the last damage bonus, but I could have been gathering so much faster. Like I put those points into... those 2 points that I put into strength, I could have put them into minor 69 and everything else first. And I'm probably sure anyone watching this is kind of laughing at me and being like, man, how did he miss that? I have no excuse to offer. Okay, so... we have 1 cobblestone left, so we need to fix that. Stupid grass. It's not really grass, but it's tall grass? I don't know. There's already grass elsewhere. Just not so unkempt. I am honestly kind of embarrassed by that. I have no excuse. I just, for some reason, I thought I needed more points and strength to do that first, and I didn't, so... I mean, I guess the good news is at least I'm realizing that on day 5, but the first couple days can tend to be, as you're aware, the most vital. You're getting everything in order. Well then. Yeah, I could be enjoying another 10% amount gathered. I should have enough frames, but if you're wondering why did I make so many frames earlier, this is why. This is obviously not set up to even defend against a horde that's going to be able to break through the cobblestone too quickly with this without multiple fallback positions, whatever. Wow, I literally unintentionally timed that perfectly, I guess. We're making cobblestone, but that'll take time. I cannot believe I did not realize about the minus 69er. I'm like supposed to be the mining expert. This is embarrassing. Legit embarrassing. So if we have 8 for the walls, times, we're out of stamina because we need to drink more red tea. So we're going to need to go stock up on water or red tea, as you can see. What was I? 8 by 6, I guess, because you have to count the foundation. That's 48 times 3 sides is about. I need about enough for 150, which means I guess I need like 1,500 wood, don't I? Not quite. Close. And we're doing 49 damage now. Once we get the next minus 69er, that's bad. I'm so dead here. Nope, I'm dead. I thought, they still have dog days? I guess this is a dog day. Well, okay. So, it used to be, we'd call them dog days, which were day 5s were dangerous to be out because there'd be packs of dogs that were roaming around. I thought they had removed those. But as you saw there, I just had a giant pack of dogs attack. And I even shot that one dog like 5 times in the head there. Didn't drop it. I mean, we're on day 5. I'm not restarting there, especially since I don't know how you survive that, honestly. I guess the answer to surviving that is you stay in the base on day 5, right? Like if we had stayed in the base, we would have been okay. So that's a thing. Died to the dog day. So, in answer to the question, how do you avoid that? I mean, that wasn't even one dog, right? That was a whole bunch. That was like a pack of 5 dogs or something. And trying to survive that at this difficulty. Okay. Well, now we know that, which is on day 5, day 12, day 19, etc. Those are still every 2 days before the horde days. Those are still dog days. So in those days, you want to stay inside to avoid exactly what just happened there. I think I have more storage crates here, right? Or are they in my other inventory? They might be in my other inventory. But we are going to go try to retrieve our stuff and hope the dogs have moved on. There's a chicken. Sometimes the dogs linger in the area too. Well, I thought dog days were a thing of the past and there's dynamic spawning hordes rather than always spawning dogs on day 5. And maybe that was just bad luck, but the fact that that dog pack happened to be on day 5 specifically, I feel is probably not a coincidence. To run the hell up onto the walls of that if I hear any kind of growling. So I'll review that video as well, but I think I landed like 4 or 5 shots, headshots on that dog there. I mean, it's a pipe pistol, sure, but still, I was hoping that would have taken down at least one of the dogs, and I don't think it took down any of the dogs. And you saw that I just tried to run, and they easily caught me. Maybe if I had a head start, like basically if I had heard that, and instead of, if I immediately started running for the home base, it would have been okay. But, okay, dog days. Still a thing, I guess. And this is why, like, you don't go out adventuring on dog days. Which means you kind of have to sit at base. You would basically just, you always sat at home and mined until you literally had armor and other stuff that would make you feel comfortable. Because you could just be in a house and it's just like that pack of dogs just beelines to you. Right, and you're in the house and you're, I mean, unless you're on like the second floor or something. But if you're on the first floor of a single house or whatever, a single story house, they just fought those like pack of 5 dogs and just go in there and, you know, good luck surviving in close quarters like that. How are we doing over here on this? Need to make a lot more cobblestone rocks. Well. I'm definitely going to call that a being outside doing anything death and not a trader or not death. I don't think there's anything I could have gotten from a trader to help me survive that there. Not at this point. Again, if like 2 headshots have taken down one of those dogs, then in theory I might have been able to like headshot another 2 dogs and there'd only be a few left and they would do less damage per hit, but instead I had the whole pack on me. Well, beware the dog day. Also, there can be a second pack during dog day, which is why I'm only sitting here at the house, and if I hear a growl or hear anything, I'm not going to try to fight it, I'm just immediately beelining it up onto the house. So apparently every 5th day we still need to huddle inside, at least on this difficulty, because taking on those packs of dogs, that's not something that's going to be happening anytime soon. And the open like that. I don't really like the design of Dog Day, as you can probably imagine. I mean, it doesn't really impact me personally as much, because as long as you have food and water, you can just spend the day digging. So again, day 5, day 12, day 19, but... I guess the top layer we can do from up there. But yeah, I'm not gonna start over at this point for a Dog Day death. We learned a harsh lesson there. Dog days are a thing. Or rather, not a thing, rather, or still a thing. I don't know how in the world you... yeah. And what are you easily going to have better than, like, this at this point anyway? I couldn't even kill one of those dogs there. Even if I managed to find, like, a good pistol in a, toilet or whatever I got as a reward. Might have been able to kill one or two of the dogs. All of the dogs, I don't see that happening. You're not able to fight a bunch of dogs like that on open terrain. They're dangerous enough one-on-one to be super careful of. Where's the... how do you handle Dog Day? You sit inside your fort. You dig, probably. You don't go out. Thought I might have seen something right there. Well, this was an unfortunate. I was definitely hoping to make it at least through the first week without dying, but of all the ways to die, dying on Dog Day because you didn't realize that was still a thing and thought it had been eliminated by dynamic roaming hordes. Or it was really, really shitty bad luck on a dynamic roaming horde, like sending 5. I'll count later on when I review the video, but I feel there must have been at least like 5 dogs there, which... we need more clay to help finish this. Which I'm going to be digging down below. Thank you very much. Okay, let's not put another point in minus 69er. Now we have access to the best tools. Surprisingly effective tools. And again, if we had just been running like from one place to the other, that would have also worked out. Like we could have been ferrying supplies, right? Like basically, the last thing you wanted to do is be caught on open terrain. Like we just got caught right there. Nails. I could use more nails. How many more nails do we need? Probably 20 for now is fine. We can spend some time organizing this as well later, I suppose. They were 1 point short of being able to one-shot that, so we're definitely switching over this brace mod. There we go. Two-shot this clay. And when you can pick apart the zombies, because they're slow, that's one thing. When you're having to deal with zombie, not just a zombie dog. Like fighting one zombie dog there would have been difficult enough, given that you got blindsided by them running up like that. Day 5. Again, I went out and was going to be willing to do stuff, you know, outside. I should have just stayed in and kept digging the foundations and everything, and spent the day focused on that. Maybe later on the day 5 I will feel braver and willing to investigate whether the dog day theory is correct, or whether it is in fact just sheer bad luck that that happened to line up like that. But for today and day 12 at a minimum, I predict they will be mining days. That's one. Maybe I was looking at like the sexual Tyrannosaurus and Lox, and I forgot that they both ended at 7. So that's a bunch of clay. Got this here. Storage, right? Storage box. That's fine. We're short on lumber down here, though, of course. We can make some more iron arrows. Yes, I'm trying to watch for the dogs. And that's the thing, the dogs just make you completely paranoid, because when you can just be harvesting in the middle of nowhere and then all of a sudden have a dog pack like that just jump you, like... It's obviously a little terrifying. I don't know, if there's any suggestions in the comments about how to not die there, I would be very interested in hearing them. Besides, you know, stay in the base, which is what I feel I should have done. Thought I heard something. Like I said, then this just makes you, like, completely paranoid. 55 damage per swing now. We'll plant some stuff tomorrow, but I don't want to be focusing on trying to plant stuff right now in case another dog pack comes by. I don't want to be distracted by trying to line up rows of trees or whatever. And again, I have not played Alpha 20 past like day 14 or so, and that was with some friends on an easier difficulty. So I'm going to die here, I assume so. And I already did. I've accepted that I'm going to die as learning opportunities, or I have friends tell me there are just some places that are literally just death traps. And that was on a lower difficulty. So I can only imagine what it's like on a higher difficulty. So, I expect to die to cheapness at times, I expect to die to my mistakes at times. Would you want to call those the dog pack on day 5? I don't know. Again, I thought day 5, I thought that you didn't get dog packs like that just randomly killing you this early in the game. And it's day freaking 5, how are you, there's no way you can reasonably handle that. 1,000 lumber there. Let's chop down one more tree over here. So tomorrow we're really gonna need to hit the iron hard. Let's see what we can do here. Keeping our stamina high. Listening for any howl or bark on the wind. I have an older video from probably like Alpha 16 or something, where I got hit by a dog pack on day 5 and I managed to just run like hell. Which is what I should have done. As soon as I heard those dogs, I should have ran back for the base. Or at least see if I could have lost some of them. Thought I heard something. I'm going to be completely paranoid the rest of the day. Of course, we lost 25% of the level, so that slows you down. Fortunately, we were able to regain it here, but still. Not a fun moment. Okay, I think we are set up with a double thick cobblestone wall. I feel a lot more secure when I'm not being bum rushed by 5 zombie dogs, at least. Try to harvest a bit more lumber here. I have over 1,000. Let's see if we can get closer to 1,500. This will be one of my grand shames, a day 5 dog death. Like, again, I wasn't... Yeah. So there's 2 possibilities here. Both are kind of equally bad, right? Option 1, it's still the dog day thing. In which case, the proper thing to do would have just been sitting at the base and hide out, which is totally fine with me, but I thought they had changed it so that wasn't a thing anymore, because people complained about it. Option 2 is that's just a pure random horde that spawned, that you can just have 5 dogs bum rush you there, and, you know... Good luck. In which case, that's kind of crappy too, that can just happen to you. On any difficulty. If you know what to do, you can prepare for it by just not being outside, I guess, again. But I thought one of the reasons they changed it is that people complained about the whole... Well, we just have to, like, either be ready to deal with a pack of dogs, which is way harder than anything else we're fighting at that time. And it didn't scale per day. It's not like day 5 was, like, 1 dog. Like, if we had faced 1 dog there, I'm sure we could have killed it, maybe even 2. But I swear there had to be, like, 5 or something there. Get another minus 69er, get another Sextronosaurus, get another club. Okay, so this all looks good. And these go... Nope, that does not go there. Can I... Oh shit. No one saw nothing. Don't have much to smelt right now. We don't need to smelt rocks for a while, so that's why I'm not doing that there. Writable storage box, that's fine, though we are going to need frame shapes. Let's get another 500 of those, honestly. Writable storage box, and the cobblestone rocks. Okay, so things we can do over here. This guy out fast. And it's an interesting question as well, like how many deaths is reasonable, right? Like at what point could you say, oh, you know, this difficulty is too hard for you because you keep dying? I don't think getting bum rushed to that dog pack is a difficulty problem. Though again, I mean, at lower difficulties I probably would have killed the dog in a few shots and maybe I could have survived. But I would have just avoided fighting dogs like that, honestly, otherwise. So now we're going to turn this into the ramp, and we're going to switch to advanced. But I think that's what I want right there. If I go one more, I can't move down. Another point in motherload. We definitely have some diminishing returns here. In terms of what more, you know, we won't get better tools, we'll just get another 220% to 250%. So a little over a 10% improvement in block damage and a little over a 10% improvement in mining income. Like, wow, that is something. Is it worth spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points on? I don't know. Not right now, not when we need to get a farm up and other things. But it does help farm a lot more like iron, so maybe. I don't know. I seem to be ready for those stupid vultures. Yeah, if it's not for the whole zombie apocalypse thing, it's actually kind of peaceful out here, isn't it? There's a zombie. Okay. Put these there, put that here. I want to make a campfire eventually. Right now we've just been tossing everything into here. We'll deal with organizing this later. This is the thing, the iron arrow. We'll do that. Maybe eventually we'll be able to make a better bow, or maybe we'll just keep level 1 bow the whole time. Who knows? So you gotta find bow parts to make better bows or something like that now, I think. It's a lot trickier. We're going to need to repair our stone tools sooner rather than later. Okay, so we've dug that down to bedrock, so we have these two over here to go. Let's switch this brace out. 38 damage per swing now. Started off doing like 20, I think, right? Something like that. Let's be prepared. So we're in the northwest corner, so let's focus on that. Now we're getting like 5 stone per swing here. Remember before we were getting 2 or 3 per swing? Like, that XP adds up. You know what doesn't add up? Our food and water right now. There's 2 more red tea and some yucca juice. We can drink that, I guess. The coffee I'll hold off on too, I think, for now. It should be right here, yeah. Well, I don't know if it was quite hubris, because it wasn't like I can take on the dogs if they appear. It's more like I don't think the dog days are a thing anymore, so I'd say for me to be out on any day. Like, of course, I'll probably go out and like on day 10 and get killed by another pack of dogs. Like, well, that was just a dynamic spawn and it was just shitty luck. Food and drink are down. So let's see how many swings this is taking us each now. We'll start on a fresh rock, even though we could count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 swings now when it was taking us 16 swings before. So not a huge difference, but a difference. As you can see, if we even had like 1 little more mod on it, we could decrease that by 1 as well. But we, you know, that's still 16 to, going from 14 to 16. It's still over a 10% improvement, plus we got more resources per block now. So 54, we're at 754. Let's see what we get now. We're getting 98 per block now. Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd say this is another night of mining, but the reality is tomorrow's also... It's basically prepping for the horde at this point, right? Which means we need iron bars in case there's spider zombies. And this is for the 5x5 pure cobblestone tower that I'm going to build for horde night specifically. But if I get concrete and electrical traps and more iron spikes and things up here, probably not as big of a deal, but for now, I don't feel confident in trying to weather the assault. Like, even on... This is 3 people on difficulty 2, I think. I think that's the default one, right? We still had zombies break through the... They might not have broken through both layers of cobblestone, but they broke through the outer one and were damaging the inside one, and I wound up helping repair it while they were shooting down at them. Whether that's the best, whether I can do better here, I don't know, but again, Part of the theme of this is don't play it, don't risk it, play it safe. Because if you don't, we just saw what happens, right, with, like, the dogs. So. I'm just standing there minding my own business. Just chopping down a tree, and those dogs get all up in my grill. And we were fortunate that we didn't have to spend a point on the forge, which is nothing wrong with spending a point on the forge. I mean, it technically does give you, craft glue cheaper and forge items faster. So we're basically going to need 24 iron bars, which is, I think, about close to 3,000 iron that we'll need to gather. And of course we need to smelt it, and then we need to output it. So yeah, gathering iron's the name of the game tomorrow. We're tooled up, or miner 69'd up. We're mother loaded up at 4 out of 5 points right now, right? So we won't get quite as much as you could with it maxed, but it's still way better than the default. It's the whole kind of diminishing returns deal, right? Like, let's see what we managed to do here. I think it's time to drink more red tea, though. So we're on 15 right now? Okay. I think we're doing like 20 at the start, right, per swing, so we've basically doubled the amount, our actual speed of destroying the blocks, and we've nearly doubled the income we get per block. So basically we only have to spend, instead of spending, instead of spending 4 days mining to gather materials, we spend 1 day gathering the materials, which means if we can set that up with 3 days of work doing other things, then that's worth it, because we get the benefits of the other things, plus this. And we're basically getting 6 XP a second here, or whatever. 1,000. Yeah, this is nearly swinging twice per second, yeah. It's like a steady stream of 6 XP per second. If you do 6 XP per second for the entire night, which is 6 minutes, right? Sorry, 6 hours, which is 15 minutes, which is 900 seconds. So 900 times 6 would be 5,400 XP. That's equivalent to killing like another 12 or 13 zombies at night. If you did nothing but mine. And like, obviously we're not even maxed out yet. We could get mods to improve it. We can get the final point in miner 69er. We can get the final point in mother load. So probably amounts to like an extra 6,000 plus experience at night from mining alone. Of course, compared to like upgrading 30 blocks or whatever, the 30 blocks will give more XP. It doesn't require investment in anything. But you need the actual materials to be able to upgrade the blocks. We're at +9 now. But yes, like instead of taking 6 hours to reach bedrock, now it takes us 3 hours to reach bedrock. Or, the equivalent, close enough. Closing in on 12,000 stone. So if we find the Art of Mining Volume 5, we can use that for a huge chunk of experience. Like, if that had been 1 or even 2 dogs, that's still a very tough foe, but for day 5, like, I mean, even if somebody had an AK-47 from, like, a quest reward, and enough ammo to even use it, could they have really taken out all of those dogs on day 5 in particular? I don't even know. We're nearly to bedrock here. How much cobblestone we got? 700, okay. I'm gonna try to dig iron a little bit further from the base to start, I think. There's bedrock there. Alright, so we are in we want to go to the northwest corner. So that's the corner there. We need to switch back to basic blocks. $216 for upgrading each of these, which can be done in, what, 3 or 4 seconds, maybe, if they're lined up for you. I think this means we'll just have one more section of the basement to worry about after this, in terms of the 4 corners, which means you can dig down knowing exactly where to stop digging instead of having to recalculate at every level. I think this is going to make it easier long term. I don't know if that's actually that there, but that's fine anyway. If we didn't die, we'd be, have another level here, wouldn't we? But in the alpha state and some of the bugs that I've seen and all that, like, I don't want to make this truly 100% deathless yet. Don't really have more things to upgrade to level up, so I guess we will stop the video here and resume in the morning of day 6.